Hey everyone, Shipping here and welcome back to another episode of our NXT Universe Mode. Today's my birthday. So to celebrate my birthday, we're going to have a big episode here. North American Championship, Women's Championship and NXT Championship will all be defended. And here is our first match then of the episode. It is going to be Keith Lee versus Ricochet for the North American Championship. And take a good look at Keith Lee now. And take a good look at him during his entrance. It does look alright actually. It's not bad. It's work. I've had a bit of a problem. Cause having their face scans deleted. I think this one's actually working okay, this Keith Lee. And here comes in the current North American Champion. Of course it is Ricochet. This is his first defense of the championship. And that's what it's all for then, the NXT North American Championship belt. Probably my favourite belt in NXT at the moment, to be honest. I think all the others being the same just makes them look really, really generic.
From New York, weighing in at 300.
So of course Keith Lee looking pretty good now. Quite like this Keith Lee now. It's a weird one. It's just been pretty iffy with the downloads of the course still on this year's game. There's still a lot of issues with logos not being downloaded correctly or logos being deleted, and it's very, very frustrating, but thankfully it looks like we are starting to get some good ones now. Maybe it's still not quite good enough to be able to do a full universe mode around the cause yet, but we're getting closer, definitely getting closer to it. As Ricochet stares down at his belt and hands it across to the referee. So of course 3 championship matches this evening. We've got this one. We've got Asuka vs Bayley for the Women's Championship, because Bayley won that 10-woman over the top rope battle royal last week. And then in our main event, of course, we have got Andrade, Cien, Almas versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. The bell goes, we're straight underway and dropkick by Ricochet, but Keith Lee's a big guy, managed to survive it. It's a shame Keith Lee's not in the game. I think well, it's odd some of the DLC that got on and some didn't, I suppose, but the DLC just perplexes me in general, because people like Ronda Rousey, for example, should not have been DLC. That was an absolute piss take, that was, by WWE and NXT, and not NXT, WWE 2K and Ukes, because she debuted in January. There is no reason why she should not be on the game as an actual competitor. Making her DLC was such a real money-making scheme by 2K and Ukes. It really was. It was very, well, it just shows they've got no interest in people's happiness. They just want to get more money out of us. That's, well, it's a business, but that's what they do, but they've got to be seen to be trying to give us the best possible stuff. And Rey Mysterio makes sense. That's fine, but Ronda Rousey, she's on the roster. She has been since January. Making her DLC was just shocking, in my opinion. Oh, nice. Keith Lee just dropping Ricochet neck first across that middle rope. Oh, and dropping his body weight across the back of the head of Ricochet. And who would have thought? Out of all the people we have on the roster, we've got 2 calls fighting for the championship. Of course, Ricochet. I'm not quite sure who made this moveset, but coast to coast there by Keith Lee and Ricochet. I'm not quite sure if that's realistic. I mean, Keith Lee is a very agile man, especially for his size, but coast to coast might be pushing it a bit far. Somebody's been a bit optimistic there, I think. Ricochet fighting back. Not quite sure why Keith Lee's belly is a different colour than the rest of his body as well. Someone else notice that? Look, his belly's a different. You can see the colour changes on his arm. Keith Lee once again dropping Ricochet. And once again, we're going to get the sideways view of it this time. Oh, look at that. The way he lands on the back of his neck, that's brutal. Keith Lee now up on the top. Goes through a moonsault, but Ricochet his knees up. That's still got a bloody hurt though. When you've got someone that weight of Keith Lee falling on your knees, it's going to be very painful. Ricochet, great running forearm into the corner. Now wrenching back at the neck of Keith Lee. Keith Lee, oh, able to break free. Using his strength well. Ricochet with a spinning heel kick in the gut. Now Keith Lee fighting back with the boots. Ricochet, nice. Well, the second one was a bit of a miss though, wasn't it, really? And Keith Lee, oh, right, a stiff right hand right in the side of the face. Lee brings Ricochet back up to his feet now into the corner. It's Keith Lee going for here. He's going to pounce him. He always got the referee there as well. Keith Lee just pounces Ricochet. That could be enough, you know. 1, 2. No, it's not. Only a 2 count. Keith Lee can't believe it. He thought he had the match won there. He might have it here, though. Stalking Ricochet. Death Valley driver. Into the pin. And we have got a... No, we haven't. I was about to say we've got a brand new North American champion, but Ricochet kicked out well. Nice Ricochet taking Keith Lee down. Into the pin he goes. Referee is very, very slow down, but I can't see Keith Lee staying down for the 3 there. Ricochet didn't really do a lot, did he, really, if you look at it? Ricochet now sending... Well, Keith Lee started sending Ricochet into the corner. Ricochet catched him back with the elbow. Keith Lee, nice belly-to-belly takedown on Ricochet. And now Keith Lee dropping an elbow as well. And Keith Lee is really in control of this match. Ricochet struggling a bit here. You know the way that when people move on to the main roster, Vince likes to like steal half their name. He's got a big pot back in his office to like half people's names everywhere. I reckon he'll do it with Ricochet. Just call him Rico. It's possible. There's been quite a lot, hasn't there? There's like Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder became Dash and Dawson. Who else was it? Luke Harper and Eric Rowan just became Harper and Rowan. There's been quite a lot, hasn't there? I can't remember who else there was. Who else has there been? There was Elias was something else, wasn't it? Wasn't it something Elias something? Am I making that up? I can't remember, to be honest. Oh my god, Keith Lee just powerbomb Ricochet over the top. That would be amazing. What are you doing, Keith Lee? What is Keith Lee doing? Keith Lee almost just killed himself there. And he's still grounded. Keith Lee somehow gets back up to his feet after that. And this is getting a bit aggressive now between these two. Keith Lee obviously is quite a big aggressor with his weight and strength. Ricochet much more striking and speed. Both guys have a great agile moveset, especially for their sizes. And here goes the strength again here by Keith Lee. Just gorilla presses Ricochet up and drops him. Standing moonsault. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. We do a brand new North American champion. It is Keith Lee. Nice. Very, very cool. Very cool. I say it's not the best core still, but it's not bad. It's definitely getting there. We've still got some time to move forward, I think, to really get the best cores available. The referee got half that pounce as well, I think. Referee no-selled the pounce. Ricochet flew across the ring. There was a Death Valley driver. I thought that was the match there and then, to be honest with you, but Ricochet was able to kick out the 2.5. Nice running forearm there by Ricochet. Again, that was only there for a 1 count. Don't know why he went for the pin there, to be honest. Maybe just slow the match down a bit. It was a beautiful German suplex by Keith Lee. was a pretty good match. I quite enjoyed that actually. Very, very differing styles.
Here is your winner.
Say strength versus speed. And in this one, strength came out on top. And we have our first brand new champion of the Universe mode. We might have another two by the end of tonight though. As we've got Bayley versus Asuka next. And of course our main event still Almas versus Johnny Gargano. And here was our second match of the evening. Bayley takes on Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. And here she is then, your challenger. Bayley, of course, got this match by winning the 10-woman Rumble on the previous episode. Defeated some of the best and up-and-coming superstars that this roster has to offer. And now she gets that big match against Asuka, someone who also eluded her in real life. Let's see if she can get the opportunity to beat her here this evening. And here is the champion. I do like the fact this year's game, for some reason, the championship seemed to fit a lot better around the waist. And also there's less clipping through the clothes, which is great. But there she is then, your NXT Women's Champion, Asuka, making her first defense in this Universe mode. And this is what it's all for then, the NXT Women's Championship. One of the very generic championships that NXT has to offer. I don't like these new belts, I must admit. I prefer the old ones. I mean, the fact that all these championships just look exactly the same is a bit... It takes away from me a bit. I like having different looking belts, to be honest. I think it looks much nicer. It's like, apart from actually the word women's on the top, you couldn't tell it's different than the others, really. I didn't realise it's got Asuka's, it's got side plates on it for Asuka. That's pretty cool. Didn't even notice that. Oh, there you go. You learn something new every day, eh? I thought there might be like different versions of this, but no, they're all very, very generic, aren't they? As everyone, referee's starey eyes always terrifies me though. So here we go. Asuka versus Bayley. Quick, get the lights on, there we go. So Asuka starts off well with what she's good at is her strikes. Taking Bayley down early on. I think this match did happen a couple of times in real life, doesn't it, in NXT? And on every occasion, Asuka just came out slightly ahead of Bayley. Well, this was when Bayley moved to the main roster, wasn't it? Asuka sort of took the... Well, Bayley had been carrying the women's division for a short period of time. Then Asuka comes along and Asuka then took control of the women's division and basically carried it for an entire year as the champion, undefeated. But yeah, the sort of handover between Bayley and Asuka was... a pretty highly emotional time, was it? I know they had 2 takeovers in a row. Maybe, was it 3 takeovers in a row they faced each other? I can't remember now, to be honest. It might have been just 2. But it was a really interesting dynamic between the two, and it brought some humility to Bayley. And I don't think Bayley's ever been as good since she moved to the main roster, because that's just the way they put her across on the NXT. She was always the underdog, and when you moved to the main roster, she was no longer the underdog. She was one of the top dogs, and that's just her character doesn't work like that. She has to be an underdog. That's the way she is. She's the female John Cena. Bayley Cena. But now butterfly, but Asuka breaks free into a backdrop. I must admit, I was quite surprised that Bayley won the Rumble, to be honest. I mean, there were some big names in there. I think Bayley was entrant number 10, which made it easier for her, don't get me wrong, but when she came into the match, there were still 5 or 6 people in there still already, so it was essentially a battle royale from that point onwards, and she managed to come out on top. I think the final 2 were... Who else was it? I can't remember who it was now. I remember thinking that the other one would have been a much better match, though. My mind's gone blank now. I only recorded it yesterday as well. My mind's gone completely blank. Ember Moon, was it? No. It was Rhea Ripley, wasn't it? It was Rhea Ripley, that's who it was. And she was dominating Bayley. And then Bayley was able to turn it around. I knew I'd remember eventually. Bayley ducking the spinning heel kick. Sends Asuka into the corner. We've had one brand new champion this evening. Will we have more than that? As Bayley looking for a signature T-bone suplex into the turnbuckle. Bloody hell, Bayley's going really quick on this one. She does not get paid by the hour. Oh, looking for that Bayley to belly, but Asuka caught her. Asuka gets on the back of Bayley onto a German suplex. Nice kick in the back as well. And Bayley may have missed her opportunity. That Bayley to belly would have been enough. As Asuka now wrenching the arm around the back of the neck of Bayley, who fights back with the right hands in the gut. Oh. Bayley now launching Asuka into the pin now. 1, 2, no, only one count. Asuka now right hand in the gut of Bayley. Oh, right hand and then catches straight into the Asuka lock, brings her back, grapevines, but Bayley breaking straight out. I don't think Asuka really got it locked in as much as she wanted to, and Bayley was able to wriggle free and break free as well, and all of a sudden this match is again turned on its head. Bayley, nice tornado DDT. Into the pin on Asuka. 1. Only one count still, wow. Asuka really breaking free. Bayley brings Asuka back up to her feet. Asuka now, nice sit-out scoop slam. Brings Bayley back up to her feet once again, but Bayley was playing possum. Caught Asuka with the uppercut. To a scoop slam of her own. Follows up with the elbow. The Bayley elbow. Before now going to the arm, and it's a clever idea. I've said this before, you're not only weakening the arm for a potential submission yourself, but you're weakening the arm for the amount of damage that the opponent can put on a submission. And knowing that Asuka likes to utilise the Asuka lock, damaging that arm is going to greatly reduce the pressure she can put on there. And Bayley's in major control here though. Bayley once again sending Asuka into the corner. And Bayley's looking incredible here. T-bones Asuka into the corner once again. I think Bayley might do this, you know. She might just pull this off. Bayley peels Asuka off the mat. Oh no, locks her into a headlock now. Slowing the pace down, probably recouping a bit of energy. But Asuka rolls it through. Both ladies lock up, collar and elbow tie up, but Bayley breaking free straight into a Bayley to belly out of nowhere. Asuka swung for and Bayley caught her. 1, 2. Oh, and Asuka kicked out. It could be another brand new champion here this evening. There was much behind that kick out by Asuka, was there? Elbow by Bayley. A boot in the gut by Bayley as well. Just wrenches back at the neck on Asuka now. Really wrenching back. Asuka, nice takedown, rolling through and dropping the knees on the inside of the arm of Bayley. Who looks down and out here. Such a good back and forth match this one so far. Both ladies really have had opportunities to win this. Why Asuka's now just staring at a grounded Bayley, I've got no idea. The game does that every now and again. And Asuka just watching Bayley get back up to her feet and just gave her too long. Now Bayley with a suplex once again. Into the pin. I don't know why Asuka just stood there staring at her. Because it's now just cost her a championship as Bayley becomes the brand new NXT Women's Champion. Wow, 2 new champions this evening. Bayley and Keith Lee. Wow. I mean, Asuka really cost herself that there, I think. Instead of taking advantage of the situation she had, she just held back and didn't do anything, did she really? I mean, 2 T-bones into the corner, a Bayley to belly as well. Which we're not going to see for some reason. But there we go. Bayley is your brand new NXT Women's Champion. Wow, really defeating the odds. I didn't think she'd win the Rumble, and she did. I didn't think she'd win this match, and she has done as well. So Bayley really showcasing some great ability here. Good on her. Really good on her. And here we go then, time for our main event of the evening. Andrade Cien Almas takes on Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. And here is your challenger, the man that won the 10-man Battle Royal, / Royal Rumble if you will. Andrade Cien Almas defeated Aleister Black, Tommaso Ciampa, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, Sami Zayn, Neville and Shinsuke Nakamura to get this match against, of course, our NXT champion, Johnny Gargano. Talking of Johnny wrestling, here is the man himself rocking the NXT Championship belt. Of course, won it as part of the NXT Championship tournament. Of course, he defeated Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, then Finn Balor in the final to win it. And this is what it's all for then, the NXT Championship. Good times. Been looking forward to this one.
Introducing the challenger.
I dare say this will be the only defense of this belt before,
At 200.
yeah, before we hit up our main pay-per-view, I think.
Almas.
So I think we'll have, it's so scary, this cutscene. Everyone's eyes just really wide and starey. It terrifies me.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Look at them, they're terrifying, the eyes. Oh, God.
99 pounds.
Yes, I think this will be the only, oh, he's got side plates as well. I think this will be the only championship match for this belt until Shabby Mania hits again, or Shabby Takeover hits again right at the end. So the winner of this one is almost going to guarantee themselves a spot in the main event of Shabby Takeover, which would be pretty cool. As Gargano hands over the belt. Almas looking very confident in his own ability. And of course, Almas, a former NXT champion in real life. Johnny Gargano, this is his first run ever with the NXT Championship, and his first run as a main event champion in SWE as well. The bell goes, we are underway. Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano. The winner will be the NXT champion. Of course, Zelina Vega at ringside as well. What sort of influence is she going to have? We know what managers are like on this game. They can be very, very effective if utilised well. But let's start things off. Both guys pretty back and forth. I mean, they've both done their research on each other. They both know how to reverse each other and get in control of the match. It's just down to who can get the long-term in control of the match, I think, at this point in time. This Gargano at the moment, though, DDT straight into the mat of the kneeling Almas. So when you're kneeling, it's a lot less to go, but I think you can get a better elevation on it, so you get more sort of impact when you do hit the face to the mat. Almas sending Gargano into the corner. Oh, hit him hard there. He bounced straight out. I do apologise if I sound a little bit unintelligible at the moment. I'm not very, although it's my birthday, I'm not very well at the same time, so I'm struggling a bit here, I must admit, but I don't want to miss my schedule. I've set myself a schedule for the month and I want to stick to it. We've done so well so far to get the 10 episodes done in 10 days like we planned to do. We're on to episode 11 now. So we're moving now to the what we had before, so 4 episodes a week. So was it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday? And the other 3 days will now be random matches, which you will already seen yesterday. Gargano sends Almas into the corner. Nice running uppercut by Gargano on Almas. Almas then with the jawbreaker, then went for a drop kick and Gargano avoids it, which puts him back in control now, looking for the Hurricanrana. Jumping double foot stomp as well, and a boot across the chest of Almas before dropping a boot in the knee as well. Gargano rolls him through into the kick to the side of the face. We've seen that a few times from Gargano, and he's really starting to feel it now. He's done so well to win this championship. The last thing he wants is to lose it here on the first defense. But Almas is looking good as well. Nice Hurricanrana. You tend to see a lot of people in these universe modes that will lose the belt straight away. It's not very easy to defend the belt, is it, in this game for some reason? We see it quite a lot. I think in previous universe mode in Ryzen, did the Ryzen Championship change hands like 3 or 4 times, I think, in the entire universe? It was crazy. Gargano breaks free. Sends Almas into the corner. Gargano now looking for the lawn dart. Oh, Almas' face hits that middle turnbuckle pad pretty hard. Gargano into the pin. 1, 2. No, only a 1 count. Okay. Almas sending a message there, so you have to do a lot more than that to finish me off. Gargano taking Almas down once again. If Gargano could lock in the Gargano escape middle of the ring right now, right on cue. Perfectly timed commentary. Is Almas going to tap? It's right in the middle of the ring. He does tap out and Gargano wins. And Gargano successfully retains the NXT Championship. Wow. Johnny Gargano's on one in this universe mode. He really is. I thought Almas might have this, you know, but Johnny Gargano showing great ability. And once he locked in that submission dead center of the ring, Almas had no chance of breaking free. There's the lawn dart. And at that point, I thought there was a possibility that it was only enough for a 1 count. And Gargano must have known right there he needs to do a lot more damage to keep Almas down. There he is, like right dead center of the ring. Almas was so far away from the ropes. And there is the Gargano escape locked in. And Almas really had no choice but to tap here. So Johnny Gargano retains the championship. We'll probably go on to Shabby Takeover to defend it as well. As I start coughing again.
The NXT Championship.
I mean, quite impressed by Johnny Gargano, to be honest. Let's say a bit like Bayley earlier. I didn't expect Bayley to win the Rumble. I didn't expect Bayley to win the championship. And Gargano, I didn't expect him to win the tournament, to be honest with you. There's some of the names that are in there. And I really honestly thought that Almas had the advantage here as well. Almas is higher rated on this game than Gargano as well. But Gargano has obviously picked up quite a lot of momentum now with all his victories. So there we go. That's the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I do apologise for some of my unintelligible commentary, but like I said, I'm not very well at the moment. I'm a bit off my own. You probably hear I'm a bit bunged up as well, so I'm not doing too well. But we will keep to our schedule as much as we possibly can. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for our next episode of SWE NXT. And, of course, check it out, the random matches as well. Bye.